In the quiet suburbs of Willow Creek, where the leaves whispered secrets to the wind, a single dad named Alex Harper stared at his reflection in the cracked bathroom mirror. It was his 38th birthday, but the day felt like any other, empty, echoing with the ghosts of what once was. Little did he know, 3 tiny voices were about to shatter his loneliness in the most unexpected way. If this story tugs at your heartstrings, hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of hope and humanity that remind us we're never truly alone. Now, let's dive in. Alex wiped the steam from the glass, his eyes heavy with exhaustion. The lines on his face told a story of their own, a man who had lost his wife, Sarah, to a sudden illness 3 years ago, leaving him to raise their triplet daughters, Lily, Mia, and Sophie, alone. At 5 years old, the girls were bundles of energy, with curly brown hair inherited from their mother and mischievous grins that could light up the darkest room. But today, Alex felt the weight of the world pressing down. No calls from family, no texts from friends. Just another shift at the auto repair shop waiting for him, followed by the endless routine of dinners, baths, and bedtime stories. As he buttoned his work shirt, he heard giggles from the living room. Peeking in, he saw the girls huddled around their neighbor, Emily Carter, a 35-year-old schoolteacher who lived next door. Emily had become a quiet fixture in their lives since Sarah's passing, helping with homework, baking cookies on rainy afternoons, and offering a listening ear when Alex needed to vent. She was kind, with warm hazel eyes and a laugh that reminded him of better days. But Alex kept his distance. Grief had built walls around his heart. "Daddy's birthday is today," Lily whispered loudly, her voice carrying like a secret on the breeze. Mia nodded vigorously. "But he looks sad. Like when we lost Mr. Fluffykins." Sophie, the quietest of the 3, tugged at Emily's sleeve. "Miss Emily, can you help? Pretend you're our mom, please. Just for today." Emily's eyes widened, a mix of surprise and tenderness washing over her face. The girls had asked her to come over early that morning, claiming they needed emergency craft supplies. Now, their plan unfolded, a surprise birthday for Dad, complete with handmade cards, a lopsided cake they'd bake with her supervision, and the bold request that she play the role of the missing piece in their family puzzle. Emily hesitated. Her own life hadn't been easy. A recent divorce from a man who prioritized his career over their marriage, leaving her childless and questioning if she'd ever find love again. But looking into those 3 hopeful faces, she couldn't say no. "Okay, sweeties," she said softly. "But only if we make it the best surprise ever. Deal?" The girls erupted in cheers, sealing the pact with pinky promises. Back in the kitchen, Alex grabbed his keys, oblivious to the conspiracy brewing. He kissed each girl on the forehead. "Be good for Miss Emily while I'm at work. I'll pick up pizza on the way home." As he drove off, the weight in his chest grew heavier. Birthdays used to be joyous. Sarah would wake him with coffee and a song, the girls toddling around in party hats. Now, it was just a reminder of loss. At the shop, his co-workers slapped him on the back with half-hearted, happy birthdays, but it felt hollow. By midday, doubt crept in. Did anyone really care? Was he failing his daughters by not being enough? Meanwhile, back home, Operation Birthday Magic was in full swing. Emily rolled up her sleeves, transforming the living room into a makeshift party zone. Streamers dangled from the ceiling fan, balloons bobbed like colorful clouds, and the kitchen smelled of vanilla as they mixed batter for a chocolate cake. The girls chattered non-stop, their tiny hands covered in flour. "Why do we need you to pretend?" Mia asked, stirring with all her might. Emily smiled, though her heart ached. "Because sometimes, families need a little extra love to feel whole again." Lily piped up. "Mommy used to sing to Daddy on his birthday. Can you sing too?" Sophie's eyes sparkled. "And hug him like she did?" Emily nodded, swallowing the lump in her throat. As they decorated, she shared stories of her own childhood birthdays, making the girls laugh with tales of disastrous piñatas and runaway ponies. But beneath the fun, challenges loomed. The cake batter spilled, turning the floor into a slippery mess. Sophie accidentally popped a balloon, bursting into tears. And when they tried to make a banner reading, "Happy Birthday Daddy," the letters came out crooked and backward. "It's ruined," Mia wailed, flopping dramatically onto the couch. Emily knelt down, gathering them in a group hug. "Nothing's ruined, darlings. The best surprises come from the heart, not perfection. Let's fix it together." They persevered, turning mishaps into memories. Emily taught them a simple song, her voice soft and melodic, practicing until the girls could chime in harmony. As the afternoon waned, Emily felt a stir in her soul. These kids weren't just neighbors, they were filling a void she hadn't realized was so deep. Alex's shift dragged on. A tough customer complained about a repair, echoing his inner turmoil. On break, he scrolled through old photos on his phone, Sarah holding the newborns, the family at the beach. Tears blurred the screen. "I miss you," he whispered to the empty break room. By closing time, he resolved to put on a brave face for the girls. Pizza in hand, he headed home, steeling himself for a quiet evening. Pulling into the driveway, the house looked deceptively normal. But as he opened the door, darkness greeted him, then, click. Lights flooded the room, revealing the chaos of love, balloons everywhere, a banner that read, "Happy Birthday Daddy," with hearts doodled over the mistakes, and his 3 daughters jumping out with squeals of surprise. Alex's jaw dropped, the pizza box nearly slipping from his grasp. "What? How?" The girls rushed him, wrapping their arms around his legs. "We did it for you, Daddy." And there, in the center, stood Emily, holding the cake with flickering candles. She wore a paper crown the girls had made, her smile radiant. "Happy birthday, Alex," she said, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach. The girls tugged him to the table, where handmade cards awaited. Lily's read, "You're the best daddy ever." Mia's had a drawing of the family, including a stick figure Emily. Sophie's simply said, "We love you." As they sang, "Happy Birthday," Emily joined in, her voice blending with the tiny ones. Alex blew out the candles, his wish silent, for more days like this. But the real magic happened after cake. The girls, buzzing with sugar, pulled Emily close. "Tell him, Miss Emily." Emily blushed. "The girls asked me to pretend to be their mom today. To make your birthday special." Alex's eyes met hers, surprise giving way to understanding. "You did all this?" She nodded. "They planned it. I just helped." The evening unfolded with games and stories. Alex watched Emily interact with the girls, reading a bedtime tale with animated voices, tucking them in with kisses. For the first time in years, the house felt full, not just of noise, but of warmth. As the girls drifted off, Alex and Emily sat on the porch, stars twinkling above. "I thought no one cared," he admitted, voice raw. "After Sarah, it's been hard. Raising them alone, the loneliness creeps in." Emily reached for his hand. "You're not alone, Alex. Not anymore. I've been where you are, lost, questioning everything. But these girls? They're your light. And maybe, we can help each other find our way." Tears welled in his eyes. "Why did you say yes to their crazy request?" "Because sometimes, pretending leads to something real," she whispered. In that moment, barriers crumbled. They talked late into the night, about grief, dreams deferred, and the courage to start anew. Alex shared Sarah's favorite memories, Emily opened up about her divorce. Laughter mingled with tears, forging a bond neither expected. The next morning, the girls woke to find Emily still there, making pancakes. "Can you stay forever?" Sophie asked. Alex smiled, a genuine one that reached his eyes. "We'll see, kiddo. But today, let's just be grateful." Over the following weeks, challenges persisted. Alex juggled work and therapy to process his grief. Emily navigated her fears of vulnerability. There were arguments, about boundaries, about moving too fast, and moments of doubt. The girls tested limits, acting out from the changes. But they faced them together, family counseling, date nights squeezed between bedtimes, and small acts of kindness that built trust. One evening, months later, Alex proposed a family outing to the beach, the same one from his old photos. As the waves crashed, the girls built sandcastles, and Emily linked arms with him. "This feels right," he said. "It does," she agreed. The story of that birthday spread through the neighborhood, a reminder that vulnerability invites miracles. Alex learned that asking for help wasn't weakness, it was strength. Emily discovered love could bloom in unexpected places. And the girls? They thrived, their tiny voices a chorus of resilience. In the end, family isn't defined by blood or titles, it's woven from shared joys, weathered storms, and the courage to say yes to healing. If Alex's journey moved you, remember, reach out, show up, and let love surprise you. Like this video if it warmed your heart, and subscribe for more stories that inspire us to embrace life's beautiful messes. Who knows? Your own miracle might be just a pretend away. Sparkles.